All right, hopefully this is working. All right, so this is episode number 2 of the historic Seattle Supersonics Franchise mode on NBA 2K24. I still don't have a proper title for it. That is a long-ass title that I just said, but that is what it is. So, thing one. This is something that I just noticed seconds before clicking it. Ray Allen and Jason Terry only have 1 year left on their contracts. And for now, Ray Allen wants to test free agency. For Jason Terry, he don't want no contract extension. So my whole plan of keeping Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis, and Kevin Durant as like a trio for a handful of years, it wouldn't like for 10 years, that would be impossible because Ray Allen would be 43 then. But for like a long time, might get thrown out the window after one season. Again, a lot could change, and I might check back next time around, and he's like, hey, I'll take that contract extension now, and I will be somewhat happy to give it to him. He's kind of teasing me. That's why I'm not all the way happy. But, that's not the biggest issue. It's not a big issue. So, getting into this episode, as you can read by the title, more than likely I named it number 1 pick versus number 2 pick for an obvious reason. But in this episode, we will be playing against the Miami Heat, who made the biggest offseason signing. Let's put it signing. Because I would say the biggest offseason move was Kevin Garnett getting traded, but the biggest offseason signing definitely went to the Miami Heat because they were able to add Amar'e Stoudemire while also still having Shaquille O'Neal on the roster and obviously still Dwayne Wade. We're going to skip the Raptors game. If the Raptors are a good team later on in the season, we play them again in Toronto. We might run that matchup then. We're going to simcast the Sixers game because we're in Philly. The Sixers in this time period were kind of an up-and-down team, so we'll check them out. The Timberwolves, we will more than likely skip that game because they're in the same division as us. We will play them again. And then will be that number 1 versus number 2 overall pick matchup that I was alluding to. But also, with that being said, I'm going to talk about the schedule for the next 2 to 3 episodes. So, the next episode, we have, I just realized, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight away games, which is pretty nuts. But in that case, we will be playing the full game against the Nets and the Magic. The Nets were able to add Zach Randolph to their team. They still have Jason Kidd and Vince Carter. And they also traded for Mike Miller, so interesting little team there. The Orlando Magic here, who this is when they started to rise up with Dwight Howard. Obviously, they do not have Rashard Lewis, so let's see what kind of team they look like. I always say it, I like playing in Madison Square Garden, so we'll probably simcast the Knicks game because, again, they're always an up-and-down team like the Sixers. And then we'll probably skip that whole week of November 20th to the 24th because those are all teams that we have already played. But it's a wait-and-see situation. We need to see how momentum is going. And then, so that's going to be the next episode. 2 episodes from now is a very, very big episode. As you can see, the week of November 27th to December 1st, I am going to give this episode a special name, like it's a special episode of Raw or Better Dynamite, because Dynamite name their episodes sometimes. I'm calling it the test run, and there's 2 reasons for it. Reason 1, when I was doing pre-scenarios of this, so I downloaded this save a handful of times to see that when I started filming the series, are there any problems that might come up, and, none that came to mind, but when I was doing that, obviously I got to see how the other teams are playing and whatnot. And these 4 were always top teams in the Western Conference. In real life, the San Antonio Spurs, by this time, already had 3 championships. The Nuggets and the Hornets, I've seen in those other scenarios I'm talking about, they won championships. The Nuggets have Allen Iverson and Carmelo Anthony. The Hornets have almost MVP Chris Paul. And then the Golden State Warriors is the We Believe era where they're a decent team on here. But the other reason I'm calling it the test run is, like, if we want to be a top team in the Western Conference, like we're the number 1 seed right now, that week will determine it. And again, also in that test run, when I played against the Spurs, I was getting my ass whooped by Tim Duncan. So again, that's why I'm calling it the test run. So that's 2 episodes from now. And then I will more than likely skip a majority of December just so we can fast forward a little bit. And it's just, we're playing up. I'll probably simcast the Jazz, the Grizzlies, and the Kings game and the Wizards game. It's just, that's a wait and see situation. But, trying to fast forward things a little bit because I do see this big matchup against the Lakers. I don't know what the hell the Lakers will look like by January 7th. Glad it was not the day before. But that's a wait and see situation again because, I don't want this to be stuck on year 1 for a whole time. And, the next 3 episodes were in the month of November. So that's why, or this episode and then the next 2, we're in the month of November. So, that's what I was alluding to there. So no longer me talking. It's time to play the game, as Triple H would say. Also, if you watch the last episode, and every time I would play a game, and then it's gets to the part where it's oh, here, we're collecting your VC. We're going to give you your VC. And it kept freaking freezing and not working. So I'd have to cancel it, back out, and all that crap. I apologize. I ain't looked to fix that. I think, I'm going to hope, it was a 2K issue. I don't know if it was or not. That's a wait and see situation. So that arises here. I apologize, and we'll look into it the next time around. But let's get to this matchup against the Miami Heat. We've spent almost 7 minutes freaking talking with no action. So we are going against the Miami Heat. In real life, this team won a championship minus Amar'e Stoudemire. Their bench is suffering from the Amar'e Stoudemire signing. But, it kind of also helps them that they can go from Shaq and D Wade to Amar'e and D Wade pretty quickly. We'll wear the white jerseys for this. I want to refer to a lot of my team because I've been playing a lot of my team trying to get some cards via domination. And finally, we're in March. I finally unlocked the thing where you can create your own arena and create your own jerseys. So at some point, I might update our jerseys to that. That way we have more than just 2 options. But that's a wait-and-see situation. What I was alluding to is that I won't be doing it on stream because there are some very inappropriate ones that I don't want to get in trouble with. So we're starting our season off 5-0. We're going to get Shaq, who, is an all-time great. But this is Miami Heat era Shaq. And I was recently using this era of the Heat in a series. And Shaq would get tired very, very quickly. Almost cost me the series. So here we go. Also, if you was watching, I hope you watched last episode. In that last episode, I kept alluding to, hey, I'm not, a bit rusty. Might have the yips and whatnot. Yeah, I'm going to say those kind of went away because, A, I was doing well the last episode, and B, domination and in my team, things have kind of went. We're in a new era of normal, so you don't have to worry about me bringing that up 50 times again like I did last time around. So that should have went horrendously. Shaq is moving around pretty early. It's also crazy that this is something that I like, I don't know if they planned it, but in real life, Rashard Lewis and Ray Allen joined the Miami Heat the 2013-14 season. And I know there's this very cool picture where it's those two and then LeBron, Chris Bosh, and D Wade and in the hallway. But it's just not I like that duo is we're such a good enough duo, we're going to pair up and win a championship with another team as Amar'e Stoudemire also. And Amar'e Stoudemire was on the Heat very, very late in his career. Might have been his last team he was on. I'm not 100% with that. I'm also pretty sure Amar'e just got his jersey retired by the Suns. If it wasn't last week, it was 2 weeks ago. It was very recent. Okay, that could have went horrendously. I will say this. Marcin Gortat has a great chance of staying here for a while because I said I need a center that can rebound and defend. And, as I just threw a horrendous pass, he does both of those a lot better than a little bit better than Verjao. And we're in the era where a lot of the centers that I would like to target are making a lot of money or are on the older side, and we already have too many players on the older side as we're trying to build this team around Kevin Durant as he gets blocked. He didn't that time. Kevin Durant has all of the team's points. Maybe that's why Ray Allen wants to test free agency. That's going to go in. I was there. I at some point might raise the difficulty. I ain't doing it now. It's seeming a little bit too easy. But then if I raise it up, it's going to be a little bit too hard. As Gortat, I was complimenting, and okay. That's what I always have. Anytime I give a compliment, something bad happens to whoever I give the compliment to. So, I'm sorry. I also have three bald guys on the team. They only got one right now. I shouldn't have said on the team, on the court. That went in. That shouldn't have went in. I still need to work on my Ray Allen jump shot. I used to be OP with it, but I've been low-key sucking with it as of late. So hopefully you watched the rest of my videos from the week because I did a lot of video. I made an NBA-related video talking about playoff matchups that I'd like to see in 2024. There's one that I forgot to talk about, and it was Clippers and Thunder. Because a lot of people want to see that because obviously the Paul George trade and the history, like freaking Clippers have Westbrook, Harden, Paul George. There's probably some other Thunder player. I'm forgetting about that's on the team. Is there? Not that I know of. But anyways, everybody wants to clown the Clippers, clown Paul George and all that. So because there's a good chance, if I ain't gonna lie, look, I'm my Grizzlies more than likely aren't winning the championship. More than likely not even making the playoffs. But so I'm rooting for the Clippers because Westbrook is one of my favorite players of all time. I'd probably say is my favorite player of all time. I'm just being honest. So and I would hope the Grizzlies don't suck again, and so are always in playoff contention. So that would low key, unless Westbrook is joining the Grizzlies. I hope y'all see what I'm getting at. Anyways, this is the best chance for Westbrook's rest of the year that he probably could win a championship. But again, like I was getting at with this Clippers and Thunder series, I don't want to see it because, like I said, there's a good chance the Clippers lose that, and then it's just a lot of unnecessary slander that'll be thrown out. It probably wouldn't be targeted. It would definitely be targeted towards Paul George because the Clippers acquired him, and then y'all end up losing to the team that traded you and the Clippers also gave up Shea, who is the best player on the Thunder. You could definitely argue a better player than Paul George right now, and lots of picks. Okay, that is a flagrant foul. They ain't gonna call it one, but that was a flagrant foul. I don't know why the rumbling stopped. It's gonna start back right now. Okay, it didn't. Glad that one went in. So I definitely forgot to mention that in the video, but I at least, don't even want to really see the series. But I always like to compare things to wrestling, and that is a wrestling ass build if there's ever been one. Wrestling storyline build to a series if there's ever been one. I've been double teaming a lot. because I've came to the realization if you do, it leads to more jump balls or potential steals. I hope that goes all right. I knew that was too far, but it was right on the dot. I think Nate McMillan's still our coach. I've also, if I remember, again, I said I'm probably going to reference this series a lot. If I remember correctly from my 20-year Orlando Magic series that I did last year on 2K23, which started in 2003, I don't think they add, like, current coaches to, like, coaches you could add. So, like, there will be a time period, let's just say, like, hypothetically, we get to, like, 2015. There's a good chance that, like, it's going to be, like, real-life players you could add as a coach for your team, but, like, no real-life coaches, if that makes sense. And I don't know if they fixed that. And, again, I might be remembering that all wrong. Long story short, the coach didn't matter because, like, we were just dogging everybody. We were just that good of a team, but you want some bit of realism. That's something I was thinking of. But it's just like, I don't even know how many coaches that were coaching in 2007 are still coaching. Like, Popovich, obviously. Nate McMillan's been on and off again coach. Remember last year when him and I almost said D Wade, him and Trae Young were beefing, and then Nate McMillan's, I think, son was still an assistant coach, and then Trae Young started beefing with him even after. I might have been misremembering shit. That's what I miss. It didn't. Now this next one is going to be like green. Should go in. It's not. That's how this goes. Okay, they both went. Also, when I was looking at that extension page, I gave Nick Collison a 2-year extension because I plan on keeping him here for the duration of this because he stayed with the team in real life his whole career. So, trying to add that factor. So, at least I re-signed one guy. I don't know why the crowd's not rumbling. Why isn't it says loud back there? Why are y'all not loud? That is an interesting and difficult last name to say, so I'm not even going to try to. Buck, who's wearing Ray Allen's number? Michael Olcondiano. This is an interesting take. You know, obviously, we're 10 years? 10 years. Maybe 11 years removed from the Ray Allen shot with the Heat. Game 7 helped them win that. Or not even Game 7, Game 6 to get to Game 7. And so, like, Ray Allen doesn't have his jersey retired anywhere. So, he doesn't have it retired with the Bucks, and he ain't going to get it retired because Giannis has it. The Supersonics, he was not, I don't know, how long was he there? He's out there 02, 03? No. How long was he there? He got traded for Gary Payton, who was there with the Bucks for like less than half a season. Then he went to the Lakers. So he went to the Lakers in 03, 04. So that means 02, 03 all the way. So he wasn't, more of the story. He was a very good player for the Supersonics. He wasn't there that long. Then he went to the Celtics, who don't like him, and I'm pretty sure they've gave his number to several other players. His jersey should definitely be retired with the Celtics. Again, he wasn't there that long, but like, he won a title with them and whatnot. I think so. And then the Heat, he was there 2, 3 years. Definitely 2. So, definitely a disrespected all-time legend. And he's still in my opinion, the greatest three-point shooter. That's just me hating on stuff. Kyle Korver's going to be the second in the series. And then KD is going to be the third. We're not even going to let Steph get a chance in this. James Jones is going to be the fourth. Oh, my God. I'm getting very well at timing my steals. Like, I hit X before he even passed the ball, and it just worked out like that. Okay. That could have ended terribly. Thank you for the screen, Collison. It's not going to go anywhere near it, but that was a great screen by Collison. I also just realized Stoudemire's been out on here the whole time. He has not done anything since D Wade has left the court, as he's immediately going to catch a lob. That probably could have been goaltending, because I think that I tipped that out of the goal. Okay. I hope I can get Kyle Korver in some 6 Man of the Year conversations. I doubt I can, but that's my hope. We can get a 6 Man of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Be a handful of years before we get an MVP or a Depoy. Most Improved. To be fair, you can give to Kyle Korver too, just being biased, as he's going to hit this shot. 10 points off the bench. I don't even know how you say this last name. You can't see it. All right, there's Stoudemire doing something. I was talking crap. 42 points in a quarter is looking kind of crazy. We're playing the modern style basketball 10 years before it was popular. And we'll check in, It doesn't really matter. Try to look at some stats. KD got 22. Korver, after leaving in a whole game, only scored 4 more points. Amar'e Stoudemire at 28 and 14. All right, yeah, and we're going to do this crap. I hope we lose. I hope we lose now, because I'm going to submit. All right, we didn't. All right, there's their stats. Shaq, 9 and 7. 4 of 13. I wasn't watching the whole game, but I'm going to credit Marcin Gortat for that. As you can see, they shot 11 three-pointers. We shot, I'm getting a calculator because there's a lot. This is, 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 5 is 19, plus 2 is 21, plus 4 again is 25. So we shot at least 25 three-pointers. Ray Allen also cooked after, we started simming. So there's that. So here is the important part. I don't really fucking get it. This is really me getting mad. I try not to get that mad that often. I don't get what this issue is. I'll look into it after it. I was hoping it was a 2K issue that would fix in the course of a week, and it didn't. And, I just don't feel like sitting here. And again, I'm getting screwed out of VC. And then again, like I said, I could look. All right, I didn't say this to y'all, but I was definitely thinking it. Because I try to look at the positives. If this doesn't get fixed. It's really bothering the hell out of me, though. If it doesn't get fixed, it kind of helps me. Because I always have that worry of if something happens during the course of filming and I have to stop, then y'all wouldn't know. Because then I could just refilm it again. So that is kind of a positive. But again, I don't even want to have to worry about that. So I hope I could fix this situation. So we won this game. Y'all saw us win this game. I don't know if we're going to win against the Raptors, but we're not playing that game. And we won by 3 points. Y'all can do this automatically. So we're going to simcast this Sixers game. I know we probably shouldn't just because we're going to back out again, but they're 1-7. You know what? Philly, when we play y'all again. If you're Sixers, let's see who's on their team. Because I can't even. When the hell do we play them again? March 29th. That's a long ass time from now. Who on their team? If it's just Iguodala and Stojakovic, March 29th, hopefully you playoff team, we could come back and visit you. This is just so I can avoid the... Okay, we lost to him. I deserve that. I was dissing y'all. I deserve that. I really deserve that. So we're going to save this here. That way we don't have to go back and worry about that. And then, but about to play the Trailblazers. Y'all know why this is an important matchup. Before we do that, though, is there anything? Transaction report. We had a trade. Brian Scalabrine for Marcus Williams. We signed Brandon Armstrong. The Rockets re-signed Rafer Alston and T-Mac. Pistons signed Aaron Brooks. This is going to be an important note now because I'm going to keep checking back with this. Nick Collins, I just gave you a damn... I think I did. I might have just skipped that out so I could start talking about the Ray Allen stuff. Nick Collison, you can get an extension now. The point. Ray Allen, I'm going to need to talk to you in my office. Portland Trailblazers, round 2. This is a very good team. I really like this Trailblazers team. I think... Did we simcast it or just check? I want to hope that we just checked in against them. Also, it does upset me that they have an alternate jersey and we don't. Because where are yellow? That's what pissed me off. Where's our yellow jerseys? Here we go. This is going to be a quicker episode than I expected, but that's not a bad thing. I have no clue who said that. There's definitely a wrestler. That's not a bad thing. I think it was DDP. How's he like catchphrase in WWE? That's not a bad thing. That's definitely his catchphrase. Yeah, 2 catchphrases. Yeah, bang. I also didn't Google what number LaMarcus Aldridge wore in Portland. It definitely was not number 6, though. Here we go. I need to quit wearing these green jerseys at home because it kind of blends in with the paint. That was a terrible ass shot. Alright. I need to, for thumbnail purposes, I'm going to hope this really works out because that's why I was trying to run Kevin next to Greg Oden. Obviously, I won't have the damn scoreboard in it. I ain't gonna lie, this low-key a little bit too blurry. I also can't turn the damn thing around. This is not gonna be the best thumbnail. I like this one. I like this angle. Jared Jack, if you were a number 1 or 2 pick, you would fit this. Alright, yeah, I like it. I don't like Katie's side eye, but it'll do. So if y'all see that in the thumbnail, y'all saw that in live action, as always. It's my favorite thing that I like doing in this series, is getting the thumbnails. If y'all, again, I like making references as well to my previous videos. This is also probably a better thumbnail, but I don't feel like pausing again. As he defended that very well. Greg Oden taking this matchup personally. I like referencing my old series. There's the first 2 episodes of the Packers Madden 24 franchise mode. If you go back and look, I had to go back and get the thumbnails. And so what I did is just played one game of the Packers and the Raiders, because the second episode's when we played the Raiders, who had Devontae. And so what I ended up having to do is I just kept leaving Devontae Adams wide open. That way I could just have my players catch up with him, and then that way they're in the picture as well, because the main focus is supposed to be Devontae. And then that same game, I just zoomed out on Jordan Love. So that is why you probably see the Raiders background for that first episode, even though we didn't play the Raiders. So, little behind the scenes. Y'all don't care. Y'all really don't. I do. So Richard Jefferson. The team is 4-7 with the addition of Richard Jefferson and Greg Oden. He should have shot that. He should have really shot that. He could have been blocked by Rashard Lewis, but he was right there. This game, this is going to sound stupid. This game, we're going to shoot more mid-range shots. You know, trying to, like, fasten up the process a lot earlier with the three-point shooting. You know? Might mess up. It's really, like, irritating the hell out of me that I don't know how to fix that VC issue. And I don't know the way. I don't know, like, a logical way to fix it. So I have to, like, if you're in doubt, Google it first. But again, I thought it was a 2K, like, at that time when I was filming, it's just 2K. Because a lot of times when I film, the freaking little update required thing pops up at the corner. And so I thought it was one of those issues. But obviously not. And again, it might be that case again. If that's the case, I'll just need to stream at a different time. Which, you know, I like the time that I stream now. As he just hit this fucking floater in my face. I apologize for saying the F word, but that really flabbergasted me. I'm going to hope that goes in. It did. Katie's first points of the game. I'm also going to do this. I'm going to take the little screen thing down. I think it is an option. It is an option in my team. Because I was about to say, I don't think it's an option in my team, but it definitely is. I wish that one would have went in. Okay. I want to have to give Ray Allen some shoes. I just noticed that he's wearing 2K generics. That's disrespectful. Give him the We Got Game shoes if I can. I think I tried to once, and they weren't an option, and it really upset me. I think that was in my team, though. That was on my team a couple years ago. There's a floater for you. I said something about Jason Terry. I'm going to guess that's Jason Terry's first assist. Okay. I just realized this. Where the hell are the cheerleaders? Because if you watched the last episode, you saw the little haha they have on OKC attires. So I was just trying to, like, see if, like, do they got them on now? Because there's definitely, I don't think, a way I could change that. There you go. He's going, okay, that's, I ain't never going to diss Brandon Roy. That kind of caught me off guard as well. I also didn't look at their bench. I have no clue who that was. It kind of looked like Zydrunas Aldridge. I don't think it is him because we literally played him in the last video, but he looked a lot like him. Also struggle to say is Zydrunas Aldridge. Y'all don't care. There's a lot of words that I struggle to say, but I would never reveal them, you know, because that's a weakness. Sometimes when you start talking so much, you, like, lose focus. We're also 34 minutes in. That's low-key kind of crazy. We only played one game. Like I said, we already laid out the blueprint for the next 2 episodes. Also, I'm going to hope those weren't 2K generics. I don't think they are. I think they're Jordans. I don't see the 2K logo on them. For an 82 overall, Kevin Durant makes a lot of freaking buckets. So I don't know how long that 82 overall is going to last. Okay. Yo, like I said, I ain't going to say nothing about Brad. Bad. I almost said Brad. Bad about Brandon Roy. Also, just realize we're about to have 2 Rookie of the Years on the court right now. I don't think anybody else on the court won Rookie of the Year. Marcus Aldridge couldn't have because Brandon Roy did. Okay. Did not think he had it like that. Kevin Durant taking this matchup personally, as he should. Should have been #1 pick. But, you know, a lot had to deal with that. I'm a lot. That's going to be wide open. It's not going to go in. I'm going to call timeout. There they are. Haha. Talk about them so much, they come up. It really, like, that just makes me laugh. It really does. I think I just substituted the wrong person. That's hilarious. That's not. Where the hell's Kyle Korver? Why y'all got Kyle Korver in at small forward? I did that and then when the substitutions could happen. I also don't know. This happens with everything I do now, where like lineups. I know they added a couple 2Ks ago, like, hey, if you want this lineup in like final 5 minutes of the game with the game in like 15. I tried that once and it never worked. It would always have in bench guys. No, that's not what I wanted. And then now it has our starters playing way too much in cases where they shouldn't be freaking playing, so they tired all the time. Yeah, I'm trying to get Kevin that Rookie of the Year. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to get him MVP this year. There's Richard Jefferson again. Oh, Jesus. That's bully ball. That's being a bully hurt me. Y'all like these jerseys more or the like Gary Payton finals run jerseys where it had like the red trim? I think I like these more because they're more Packer related. I'm trying to think what the ones looked like before. Low-key, the ones that looked like... These kind of look like the ones before the other ones, I think. Y'all don't know. I'm just spewing on. These look very similar to their older jerseys, what I'm trying to get at. Okay, sometimes I just get lost in the sauce, and that's what happened right there at that shot. So that's the guy that said it looked like Zidris, and it definitely wasn't. Definitely looks like it, though. I forgot we got to get 6-man of the year Kyle Korver his touches. I don't have a calendar in front of me. Like I said, I think on here covering the month of November should get us through March in real life. Sometimes you just gotta risk it. That's gonna be all. It's not. Alright, let's go ahead simcast. See if things get spicy. And it does not look like it. We won 141, 101. Kevin Durant 38, 8 and 5. Kyle Korver 24, 22. Brandon Roy also had 28. Greg Oden had a double. So there's that as we come to our new friend. What's also upset me is I'm not getting any. We're going to wait. We're going to wait and see what it says. And hopefully the thing doesn't crash. Because I also just realized in my team, you don't earn VC for playing. And that's what I spend a great majority of my free time playing. So I'm gonna test this. Go to the Grizzlies one. Hey, remember when I was doing that Grizzlies franchise? I'm gonna play a game in the Grizzlies franchise and see if it does this. And if it does, then I think it's my issue. But if not, again, I think it's a 2K issue. So we've been sitting here for 30 seconds and it's still doing this. And again, like I said, I'm getting screwed out of VC, so it's upsetting me. So I won't be earning any VC. Quitting now may result in loss of progress. 2K, does anybody ever compliment you? That's a great question. I don't think so. So that is it gameplay-wise from this episode. Oh boy. I can't even force win this. Oh, there it is. So y'all saw that happen as well. Jerry Stackhouse would be interesting. Jerry Stackhouse in a first would be interesting, but I don't know. It would take a lot to get. I also wouldn't play Jerry Stackhouse because we got Kyle Korver as our backup shooting guard. So that's not really neat. I'm going to do something that, again, I don't plan on doing. What the hell could I get for Ray Allen? Because, he ain't signing that contract extension. He low-key kind of make me upset. And then my whole plan kind of goes out the window. Iguodala, Michael Redd, who ended up low-key being the Ray Allen replacement in Milwaukee. Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson fits us like a glove, but like I said, I'd rather keep Ray Allen, You can do this. Or get Marc Gasol, who I wanted. Kevin Martin. I would love Kevin Martin. I might. That's me thinking out loud. We could. I'm not going to do it, but, it'd just be easier if he just signed the contract. But it's the test free agent part. Again, I think that it could and more than likely will change. I'm going to hope it does. Let's look around the league while we have this spare time. Standings. So, like I said, look. Warriors, Hornets, Spurs. 3 of the teams I was talking about. I'm already blanking on who the other team was that we're supposed to play. I'm going to see if I can figure it out. The Nuggets. It's the Nuggets. They're 5-5. Interesting. Bro, this is a good. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 80 plus, or 6 80 plus overalls. Earl Boykins, is a borderline right there. I don't know why this team's 5-5, but like I was saying, these three teams, I was hyping them up, and they up there with us, and that whole week. It's also hilarious that they're back-to-back games, which they just trying to beat the crap out of us. So, like I said, it makes sense. Clippers, Lakers, neck and neck. Like, we'll have to play the Lakers at some point. It's Kobe. We got to play against Kobe, but this is just not that enticing of a team. That's why they traded for Pau Gasol in real life. I'm also trying to see, is Kwame Brown here? I'll pass in the areas. Who's obviously one of the big parts of that trade. The Grizzlies themselves. So, spending a lot of time on the Western Conference. Going to the East. Orlando Magic, are the only undefeated team left. So, again, aren't we playing them next I think we're playing them next episode. My memory's kind of crappy at the moment. I think they also were done wearing these jerseys at that time, but I'm not going to complain. The Bulls with Ben Wallace and Luol Deng 1 year before adding Derek 2011. Might not happen in this universe. MVP Rose. Adrian Griffin. Alonzo Mourning signed here. I'm thinking I would re-sign with the team after this. Buddy, you probably retiring. You're 37. That's not really a good sign. Ray Allen's 33. Okay. The Nets, who we definitely play next episode. I kept typing them up. They're the third. So we got a tough-ass November. The Wizards. I'm just giving y'all a preview, a test run. The Raptors. March 29th, I think, is when we play them again. My memory serves correct. If the Cavaliers with LeBron don't make the playoffs, is low-key going to be funny because, narratives like, oh, LeBron always carried these teams to the playoffs, but, they ain't got Anderson Varejao. So, there's that. Sixers who beat us. So, there's that. So, I can't wait till we get to January and we can talk about the award races because we're literally less than a month in, so you can't really do that yet. But like I said, next episode we'll be playing the New Jersey Nets and the Orlando Magic. 2 episodes from now, the big episode titled The Test Run, where we have to play these 4 teams. Then that gets us into December. We'll start speeding things up then. So that's it for this episode. I apologize again for that bull crap with the VC crap. So hopefully that's fixed. Hopefully I'll see you again. Stay safe, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.